Good morning and happy Wednesday. Thought I would just jump on right quick and say that I am on my way to the allergist to have allergy testing. I had an experience 2 weeks ago, needless to say, which I will share. So I'm on my way to allergy testing to see how this turns out. I mean, I've had it back since 2000. I had it back in 2003. And back then I was allergic to a lot of things that grow outside: trees, grass, mold, of course. Um, Cats were the only animals and no food. So I have to re-get it now as a result of an anaphylactic shock incident I had basically 2 weeks before my birthday. So I'll come back and tell you about it momentarily. Well, I am at the hairdresser now, and I thought it would be nice to kind of show some of the hair regime that my hairdresser is using. A new product for my scalp. It's called, it looks blurry though, I don't think I can see, but it's Design Essentials Detoxifying Tonic, and it's the eucalyptus and lemon with witch hazel and peppermint oil. It actually feels really good on the scalp. What's this you spraying in, Sheena?
This is leave-in conditioner.
Leave-in
Desire
conditioner.
Bamboo and Silk.
Bamboo and Silk leave-in conditioner. Oh, I got those grays colored. Ooh. See all that little darkness going around the edges. That's where the color is. Ooh. Oh, it's clear now. I gotta do something about that receding hairline.
Well, you're on the right path.
Oh well, that was a long full day, so I'm back home. Finished with my hair. So I wanted to talk about what actually happened to me 2 weeks ago. I had a work function to go to, and then we had a dinner afterwards. So for dinner, I actually had salmon, wild rice, green beans. I did eat 2 scallops, like as an appetizer, and some dessert, which was like chocolate cake and ice cream. So none of that, all of those things are things that I would normally eat. Nothing different. Didn't have, oh, I did have salad, I think. I don't know, but it was nothing really different for me eating normal. That was about 7:30 when I finished eating and left and got home. Got into bed. It was about a little after 10:30 that night. This was on the 22nd, I believe, the evening of the 22nd. Got home, or got into bed, and then all of a sudden I'm on my iPod and I started itching. So I'm like, it was just out of nowhere. So I'm scratching right here, thinking, on my iPod. Then I just started itching again, so I'm scratching on my shoulders and chest. And finally I was like getting nervous, and I said, maybe a spider bit me or something, so I need to go check it out. So I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror, and I was like broken out all up here on my chest and my shoulders, just like getting swollen and red welts. And I looked in the mirror, and my lips were big and my mouth was swollen all around here and just blotchy, like I could feel myself just getting really irritated. So Andrew was outside sitting in his truck or smoking a cigar or something. So I get on the phone and call him, and I was like, Drew, I said, I need you to come in and look at me. I said, I'm having an allergic reaction to something. I think I need you to take me to the emergency room. because I think it's getting worse. By that time, I'm really feeling tingling going through my body. My eyelids are now starting to tingle, and my eyes are starting to water. My legs, actually in my like knee area inside of my leg, I could feel it starting to swell up and get red and itchy. So from the time, I guess about 10:40, Andrew came in and looked, and he's like, okay, well, I'll find the urgent care. He looked up an urgent care to try to take me to. And I told him, I said, no, I said, this feels pretty bad. I think I'm gonna need to go to the emergency room and probably get an IV. This has never happened to me before, never ever. I've never had this type of allergic reaction to anything. So we actually leave the house. I got dressed and we left the house about 11. The entire time I'm just itching. Like now I'm itching really bad in my hands and inside of my wrist. So as we're driving along and he's driving me to the ER, I'm just like scratching, just itching really bad. And you know, my arms are itching now. And we got to the ER. Took us about 25 minutes, between 25 30 minutes to get to the ER. And we go in and I saw all those people and I just was like, oh, I got so discouraged because I thought I was going to have to wait a while. But I walked in, went to the front desk, and I told him, I said, I'm having an allergic reaction to something. I don't know what it is. And the one guy, he was like, okay, ma'am, I just need your ID. I need your write your social security number on here, your phone number, and give me an ID. And I took that stuff out and handed it to him. And then the nurse came right up and pulled me to the back. They took me to the room right away. They sat me down and she asked me to, you know, take off my jacket because I just threw on like a jogging suit jacket. And I had a short sleeve t-shirt on. When I took that jacket off, my arms all in the inside were just like just kind of swollen and welted up, and oh, it was awful. And I'm going to insert a picture right here so you can see. I had Andrew take me a picture, I had Andrew take a picture of me actually in the ER once they got the IV going and stuff, and I had him take a picture of my arm so you can see right here on this picture that I'm going to show where my eyes are, you know, swollen, and my mouth, it wasn't a really good picture of the mouth, like it, thank goodness, because this picture doesn't really show how bad it was. And then my arms. So needless to say, you know, they took my history and stuff, and of course the doctor that was there, they're thinking, yeah, I told them don't have food allergies or anything like that. So they said, well, yeah, you know, you had some shellfish. It could potentially be that, but we don't know. It could have been what they cooked it in, especially if these are things you normally eat. So Andrew and I was basically there from 11 p.m. that night until about 4:15 the next morning, and they gave me the medicine and stuff, and then I had to basically sit around for some hours because they wanted to make sure that it worked and that I didn't have, you know, any other reactions. So we were just sitting around. They didn't have an ER room available, so we were sitting in a lobby in the back of the ER, not in the main area, but in the back. And we were both falling asleep. So finally Andrew said, okay. The nurse came and she said, well, we're just waiting to get you a room, to get you a bed. And Andrew's like, no, I think she's probably okay now. He said, maybe can we just have the ER doctor check her out and just make sure she's okay and just discharge her from the ER. You know, we don't need to go to a room or anything like that. We just want to go home. So they did that. Got some prescriptions, and after that we went and got the prescriptions filled. And now, yours truly is the owner of one of these handy dandy joints right here. So I actually have an EpiPen. I have two. So the prescription that the doctor gave me was I had to take a course of steroids for a week and like a Benadryl type of pill along with a Pepsid pill. Somehow the Pepsid enhances the effects of, I don't know if it's the antihistamine pill or the cortisol, one of the two. So I had that prescription and stuff, and I was doing that. And now I have to keep one of these EpiPens with me and keep one in the car. So I said all that to say that was my story. And actually, now that I think about it, it's scary because the nurse in the ER, she said it's a good thing that I came when I did, because I didn't realize how serious it was. So that said, 2 weeks now today, I finally went to the allergist, talked to them. I ended up getting allergy tests, and boy, I have to show you. I'm gonna insert another picture so you can see this of my back. They would normally do it on your arms or back, and I didn't want them to do it, the pricks and stuff on my arm, because my arm is still sore from where I had the IV. The bruise has finally disappeared after a week and a half. Almost, well, it's 2 weeks now, but I still had the bruise on Monday. I mean, it was awful. And so, in any event, went to the allergist and got the test. So basically, I came back with no food allergies, thank goodness, because I was so concerned, because most of you know that I love eating seafood, and that's what I eat the most, is seafood. So I can still continue to eat seafood, which I'm very happy about. But yeah, I still have allergies to basically everything that grows outside, the trees, the grass, the pollen, all that, dust mites, mold, you know, things in the house, and a cat. So none of that has really changed from when I first had allergy testing back in 2003. I'm just happy that at this point I can still eat seafood, and we really don't know what caused that severe anaphylactic reaction, but I'll be prepared next time in case it ever happens again, so whatever it was. So anywho, that's my story that I wanted to share with you all. And yeah, so on that note, I am going to end the vlog and just want to say thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and as always, just let me know what you think. Have you ever gone through anything like that? I'll be interested in knowing, because obviously it's not fun. It's a little bit scary. So anyhow, take care. Talk to you later. Bye.